Yo, have you ever heard of the Zodiac Killer? No, seriously, this guy was straight up like a villain out of a movie. Except he was real. Like, really real. And for a while, he had the entire state of California on edge. It all started in the late 1960s. While the world was partying, protesting, and chasing peace and love, this one dude, he was out here killing people and then literally writing letters about it to the newspapers. Yeah, he wanted credit. He even gave himself a name. He called himself Zodiac. And here's the craziest part, they never caught him. To this day, no one truly knows who he was. But he left behind a bunch of clues. Murder scenes, coded ciphers, creepy phone calls, and those infamous letters. So buckle up, because I'm gonna walk you through the entire story. Every twist, every victim, every weird little moment that still keeps people up at night wondering, who was the Zodiac Killer? Okay, so let's rewind to December 20th, 1968. We're in Vallejo, California, just a regular quiet town. Two teenagers, David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen, are out on their first real date. They go out, hang at a friend's house, and later they park at this spot on Lake Herman Road. Totally normal for the time. But then something terrible happens. Around 11 p.m., a passing motorist finds their car. The doors are closed, the headlights are still on. And inside, David is slumped over in the front seat, shot once in the head. Betty Lou, she's outside. She had tried to run, but she didn't make it. Shot 5 times in the back. And just like that, 2 kids are gone. No witnesses, no motive, no evidence. The police were like, what the hell just happened? At first, everyone thought it might be a personal thing, maybe a jealous ex. But nope, there were no solid leads. And then, silence. For months, like it never happened, until Zodiac came back. Fast forward to July 4th, 1969. Same general area, different couple. Darlene Ferrin and Mike Mageau are chilling in her car at Blue Rock Springs Park. They're just talking, enjoying the holiday night. Fireworks going off in the distance. Then a car pulls up behind them. It sits there for a minute, then it drives away. Weird, but okay. A few minutes later, it comes back. This time, the driver gets out. He walks up to the car, shines a flashlight right in their faces, and then just starts shooting. Mike gets hit in the jaw, shoulder, leg. Somehow he survives. But Darlene, she doesn't make it. And then comes the moment that still gives people chills. Less than an hour after the shooting, a man calls the police from a payphone. Super calm, no emotion. He says, I want to report a double murder. If you go 1 mile east on Columbus Parkway, you'll find kids in a brown car. They were shot with a 9mm Luger. I also killed those kids last year. Yeah, that was the same guy, and now he wasn't just killing people, he was owning it. 3 days later, boom, letters show up at 3 different newspapers. Each one says basically the same thing.
I am the killer of the 2 teenagers last Christmas and the girl on the 4th of July.
But that's not all. He includes a coded message, a cipher. He says,
publish this or I'll go on a killing rampage this weekend.
And just to be extra dramatic, he signs each letter with a symbol, a circle with a cross through it. This was the birth of Zodiac. All right, next stop, September 27th, 1969. Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard are spending the day together at Lake Berryessa. It's a chill Saturday afternoon. They're relaxing by the water, just vibing. And then, out of nowhere, they notice a man coming toward them. He's wearing a black hood, like a medieval executioner, with that same creepy crosshair symbol on the front of his chest. He's got a gun and says he's an escaped convict. Says he just needs their car and some money. So they stay calm. They let him tie them up. They figure, if we just do what he says, we'll be fine. But then, he pulls out a knife. He stabs Brian 6 times. Then he stabs Cecilia 10 times. He walks off, calm as ever. But before he leaves, he walks over to Brian's car and writes a message on the door. It says, Vallejo, 12 to 20, 68, 7, 4, 69, Sept, 27, 69, 6:30 by knife. And he signs it with that same damn symbol. Cecilia didn't make it. Brian survived and gave police a full description of the outfit and the voice. The dude was playing a role. He wanted to be seen. I'm 2 weeks later, October 11th, 1969, San Francisco. Paul Stein is a 29-year-old cab driver. He picks up a fare near Union Square. The guy says he's heading to Washington and Maple. When they get there, something goes down. Paul is shot in the head at point-blank range. The killer takes his wallet, keys, and tears off a piece of his bloody shirt. Witnesses? Oh yeah, there were kids watching from a nearby house. They saw the whole thing, saw the guy walk away, cool as ice. Police are on the scene within minutes. 2 officers even stopped someone matching the general description. But here's where it gets insane. The dispatcher had made a mistake and said the suspect was a black male. The guy the officers saw was white, so they let him go. Days later, the newspaper gets another letter. Inside, a chunk of Paul Stein's shirt. Zodiac just walked away from a murder in broad daylight and mailed proof of it like it was a game. By this point, Zodiac was eating up the attention. He starts writing more and more, to the papers, to the police, bragging, mocking, telling everyone they'll never catch him. One of his letters straight up says,
I like killing people because it is so much fun. It's more fun than killing wild game in the forest, because man is the most dangerous animal of all.
And then he adds this super creepy line.
The best part is that when I die, I'll be reborn in paradise. And all the people I've killed will become my slaves.
Yeah, he really said that. He also keeps sending ciphers, more codes to crack. One of them, the 408 character cipher, is solved by a school teacher and his wife, but it doesn't reveal his name. Just more of that same twisted stuff. He's not just trying to get away with murder. He's trying to be a legend. So now the whole country's obsessed. Police departments from all over California are working the case. Everyone wants to be the one who figures it out. Thousands of tips come in. People are pointing fingers left and right. One guy rises to the top of the suspect list, Arthur Lee Allen. He's kind of a sketchy dude, fits the general description. He owns a Zodiac brand watch with the same symbol. He talks weird, and he lives near where the attacks happened. But here's the problem. Nothing sticks. His handwriting doesn't match the letters. His fingerprints don't match. And years later, when they get DNA from some of the Zodiac envelopes, it doesn't match either. Other names pop up too. A journalist, a Navy guy with memory problems, a loner who might have written a creepy poem at a college. But no one fits perfectly. There's always something off, something missing. It's like chasing a shadow. In November 1969, Zodiac sends a new cipher. This one's even tougher than the last. People call it the 340 cipher. And for over 50 years, no one could solve it. Then in 2020, a group of codebreakers finally cracked it. Here's what it said.
I hope you're having lots of fun trying to catch me. That wasn't me on the TV show. I am not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise all the sooner. Because I now have enough slaves to work for me.
Still no name, no location, just the same cold tone, same eerie message. The Zodiac Killer didn't just murder people. He scared the hell out of an entire region. He turned crime into performance. He made a game out of death. And then, he vanished. No arrest, no confession, no real closure. Over 5 decades later, people are still chasing leads. Reddit threads, podcasts, documentaries. Everyone wants to be the one who finally says, it was him. But the truth, we still don't know. Maybe he's dead. Maybe he's still out there, watching, laughing, waiting. One thing's for sure. The Zodiac left behind more than bodies. He left a legacy of fear and a puzzle no one can solve. Case unsolved. If you're still thinking about this story after watching, you're not alone. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. Who do you think the Zodiac really was? And if you love deep dives into creepy, unsolved cases like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next one. Trust me, there's more where this came from. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.